We've been on and off since then, and we broke up when I was about 12 weeks pregnant because he wouldn't get a job, so I kicked his out.
That's a lie. That's
okay.
a lie. That's a lie.
Why do you think he'd make it up, Miss Johnson?
Because he don't want to step up to the plate and be a dad. He does nothing. He just, you know.
That's a lie.
What you
I
do?
Everything for him.
What proof? Where's the proof?
You ain't seen him in 5 months, so what you do?
Ms. Hummel comes in swinging. She says Mr. Pack is the father of her 8-month-old daughter Lola. But plot twist, Mr. Pack and his girlfriend Ms. Fuentes are 100% sure he's not the dad and want Ms. Hummel out of their lives. Then Ms. Hummel drops a grenade. If anyone needs a DNA test, it's for the other child. The room goes silent. Oh, we're starting spicy today. Drama overload already.
Ms. Hummel, you claim you were caught in a love triangle with the defendant and his current girlfriend, which has left him denying he fathered your 8-month-old daughter, Lola.
Judge Lauren pivots to Ms. Fuentes' past. Yes, that past. She's been here before and admitted to sleeping with multiple members of the same family. Yikes. You can see Mr. Pack staring straight ahead like, Your Honor, see why I'm nervous? I mean, just look at that reaction. The subtext is loud. There's history, there's chaos, and there are receipts.
She has been known to sleep around while in relationships.
Well, Ms. Fuentes, we hate to bring up the past, but since it's on record,
Yes.
you've appeared in this court.
Then Ms. Fuentes owns it. During a 3-day breakup with Mr. Pack, she slept with her ex. No protection, and it was within the conception window for her newborn Anthony. She's convinced Anthony looks nothing like her ex's kids and exactly like Mr. Pack. Judge Lauren, unmoved. We can't go on looks in this courtroom. Can anyone else feel the tension rising here?
3 days, and during that 3 days, I slept with my ex.
So you slept with your ex during that time?
Correct.
Admittedly. How soon after that did you find out you were pregnant?
To be honest with you, I don't remember dates all correctly, but it was probably about 6-7 weeks when I found out I was pregnant.
Mr. Pack admits he knew about that 3-day detour, which is exactly why he's worried whether Anthony is his. Judge Lauren makes a power move. We'll finish Lola's case first, then send you all for Anthony's DNA test. That's how you control a love triangle, one fire at a time. Talk about messy.
A big concern on whether he is mine or not.
The baby's yours. This baby is his. I know it.
Well, I mean, after you described what happened, Miss Fuentes, there's no way we can say that. I mean, the truth is, if you slept with the other man unprotected during the window of conception.
We rewind to the Hummel Pack timeline. They started dating in 2015, on and off. Ms. Hummel says they split when she was about 12 weeks pregnant and she kicked him out. 48 hours later, he's with Ms. Fuentes. The courtroom hums. Things got rocky quickly. You could cut this tension with a knife.
For DNA testing as it relates to baby Anthony, because I'm a firm believer to get the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
When Ms. Hummel told him she was pregnant, Mr. Pack almost cried. His words, he was excited at the possibility of his first child. That's a real moment. But excitement doesn't erase doubt, especially with this triangle. Judge Lauren's face says it all. Feelings noted, facts pending.
Pregnant.
As soon as I found out I was probably about 5-6 weeks pregnant, he looked at the pregnancy test and he almost started crying.
Because he was so excited.
Yes.
Do you remember this day?
Ms. Fuentes jumps back in. She actually tried to convince Mr. Pack to work it out with Ms. Hummel because, in her words, she knows what it's like not to have your kids around. She's got 6 children herself. Then she shrugs. It is what it is. He's with me now. The audacity is athletic. Drama at its finest, folks.
Ms. Hummel, at what point does Mr. Pack start acting like he doesn't want any parts of the pregnancy?
As soon as we broke up.
No, that's not what happened. He came to my house when they broke up.
Now the doubt origin story, Mr. Pack says he saw Ms. Hummel walking out of another man's house days after their breakup. Reasonable doubt, he calls it. And honestly, his expression screams, "Tell me I'm wrong." Meanwhile, Ms. Hummel fires back from the hip. This triangle is now a square.
Because during January to March, we did not have no sexual at all.
Okay.
So you're saying, Mr. Pack, you didn't even have sex
And the
with Ms.
baby-
Hummel during
yes.
the window of conception?
Timeline math war. Mr. Pack claims no sex with Ms. Hummel from January to March. Lola was born in late November, so he says it doesn't add up. Ms. Hummel says they were together mid-January, planning to get pregnant. Judge Lauren is trying to herd cats while we all try to carry the one. She came prepared, calendar and all. Yep, she brought receipts.
Mr. Pack, you say that during January, February, and March, you were broken up with Ms. Hummel. You had no sex with her.
Fast forward to involvement with baby Lola. Ms. Hummel says Mr. Pack has seen Lola only a handful of times. Ms. Fuentes chimes in that Ms. Hummel even asked them to watch the baby. Mr. Pack stays firm. The DNA test is all I ever wanted. You can feel the courtroom inhale together. Cue the drum roll.
About a handful of times. I can count on one hand how many times that he's seen her.
That's a lie. She's asked us to watch the baby a couple times, and we have. I mean, he wants to find out if the baby's his. That's fine, but I don't feel like shunning the baby.
Here we go. Hopes on the record. Ms. Hummel is 110% sure he's the father. Mr. Pack says he's here to prove he's not. Judge Lauren calls for the envelope. You can almost hear Jerome's footsteps echo. My heart is pounding, and I'm not even on the stand.
And she's going after the wrong guy.
So right now, before we adjourn this court, I want to get those results.
DNA reveal number 1, Lola. In the case of Hummel versus Pack, when it comes to 8-month-old Lola, Mr. Pack.
Now we're gonna continue, try to work with her and try to do the same thing we were trying to do in the first place, is still try to get along with her and take care of the baby.
What are you feeling right now, Ms. Hummel?
Judge Lauren immediately tees up round 2. We'll reconvene for Anthony's results. Cut to the second hearing. Same courtroom, brand new nerves. Before the envelope, Ms. Fuentes says she's pretty sure Mr. Pack is Anthony's dad. Pretty sure? In this courtroom? That's a choice. The suspense is rude.
And Ms. Hummel, because it has been determined that Mr. Pack is Lola's biological father, this result affects you.
Judge Lauren asks if Ms. Fuentes ever told her ex he might be the father. She did, and he was mad. The air is thick. Then, Jerome. The results. Heads down, hearts racing. If you've got nails, start biting.
Did you ever tell your ex that you thought he was the biological father?
I did.
What was his reaction when you told him?
I mean, honestly, mad, because he doesn't know if it's his or not either. So in his eyes, he's mad that I have a baby with somebody else.
DNA reveal number 2, Anthony. When it comes to 2-month-old Anthony Pack, Mr. Pack.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Pack, you are the father.
Imagine walking into paternity court to fight for a child you've never met. That's Mr. Moore. Adamant 4-year-old Alianna is his, while Ms. Scott says he was just her escape plan. Judge Lauren lays out the stakes fast. Years of blocked calls, a child being raised by someone else, and a father desperate for truth. The tension is instant, and you can feel the room lean in. Drama overload already.
Mr. Moore, you came to court today to prove you are the biological father of 4-year-old Alianna. You and your current girlfriend claim the defendant has played on your emotions for 4 years.
Mr. Moore admits he's never seen his daughter, ever, but still believes she's his. Judge Lauren presses, did he try? He says yes. Calls, social media, all blocked. Ms. Scott fires back that he never tried to actually see the child, just claimed her online. I mean, just look at their faces. Pure frustration on both sides. Things got rocky quickly.
You've never seen her,
A day in my life.
but you're convinced she's your daughter.
Yes, Your Honor.
So why hasn't he seen her? If he feels that way, why hasn't he tried to see her?
Then comes the kicker. Judge Lauren asks why Ms. Scott denies Mr. Moore outright. He says she was with another guy at the time. The judge agrees that's a reason to doubt, but not to deny. And when Ms. Scott calls Mr. Moore her escape plan, jaws drop. You could cut this tension with a knife.
Okay, so now what was the nature of your relationship, Scott?
We met on a dating site. He was kind of like an escape plan for something that I was going.
We roll into the timeline. They met online, moved fast, and, according to both, had unprotected sex. Mr. Moore swears it was the first night. Ms. Scott insists it wasn't the first night, just early. Still, unprotected is unprotected. Judge Lauren's eyebrow could file an objection of its own.
And when was this?
That was in July of 2013.
In July.
Your Honor,
Okay.
we had sex the first night I met her.
July 2013, Ms. Scott moves in. She admits she was still in another relationship, calling Mr. Moore her dummy. Oof. Mr. Moore looks crushed, saying he genuinely thought they were building a life. They had sex a few times, then she left with her other boyfriend. I mean, just look at that reaction. Heartbreaking stuff.
Faithful during that month, or you all were only seeing one another?
I was currently in a relationship when I met him.
Pregnancy time. Ms. Scott says she found out in September 2013 and never told Moore, but he says she did call at 3 to 4 weeks. Their stories collide in spectacular fashion. The judge zeroes in. Who did you tell first? Mrs. Scott says the boyfriend, the man she believes is the dad.
Just a few times.
She
Yeah,
left with
a few
another
times.
man, Your Honor.
She left with another man?
Which was the man that I was in a relationship with, which is my child's father.
Support during pregnancy? Mrs. Scott credits her boyfriend's father for rides and appointments every single appointment. Meanwhile, Moore says he tried, but was shut out. Then paperwork lands. The child carries the boyfriend's last name, though the father line is blank. The room collectively side-eyes the contradictions.
To be involved in the pregnancy, did you say, I'd like to support you through this? I want to come to the doctor. I want to see my baby be born.
Nope, none of that.
Yes, Your Honor, I
None of
tried
that.
to.
Jerome brings in the birth certificate details. Under child's name, it reads Alianna Janelle, and for father's name, nothing. Ms. Scott explains she was allowed to give Alianna the boyfriend's last name even without listing him as father. Judge Lauren is not loving this fog of half-truths. It only takes one time, folks.
So, Miss Scott, what I don't understand is if you admittedly carried on this affair, this relationship.
Cue the conception calculator. Judge Lauren plugs in dates. Alianna, born April 25th. Conception window falls roughly July 28th to August 3rd. Ms. Scott says she met Moore in July, moved in August, and had sex in August, while also claiming she was already pregnant from the other man. Can anyone else feel the tension rising here?
Found out you were pregnant, they said you were 8 weeks along.
Right.
And you had just been intimate with Mr. Moore.
More contradictions stack up. Ms. Scott insists she didn't sleep with him the first day. He says she did. Both agree intimacy happened in August. The judge is baffled they can recount every romantic detail but couldn't manage a DNA test for 4 years. That commentary stings, and it should.
And he's saying, okay, and this is where the testimony differs significantly, because you say you had sex with her the first day you met her.
Exhibit time. Moore's current girlfriend says Ms. Scott once commented on their social media post about money for baby wipes, and later even made a collage comparing the kids, pushing for a test. Ms. Scott denies it. The court looks at side-by-side photos, pointy ears versus big forehead. It gets oddly specific. Drama at its finest.
And photos of your son and Miss Scott's daughter was submitted to the court. And on the left side is Mr. Moore's other child with you.
About that DNA test that never happened in Arkansas back in 2015, both sides blame each other. One says attempts were made. The other says the child was always with a family member. Translation, stalemate for years. You can feel Judge Lauren's patience evaporating.
Your Honor, she
Never
told me
denied
don't
a
even
test.
worry about her.
So when you said, fine, let's do the DNA, she's not your child, why didn't you ever get it done? She's 4.
Tempers flare. Ms. Scott snaps that it's 4 years later, while Moore says he was blocked from everything. He's adamant, if she's his, he'll step up. The judge pointedly asks if he'll support a 4-year-old he's never met. Moore says yes. That sincerity lands.
She done told him all this is 4 years later.
Because you
If
didn't
you
want me
felt
to.
that way,
She didn't
why
want
didn't
him
it
to.
happen?
They
It didn't happen on my end.
Build up time. Judge Lauren asks Ms. Scott what happens if Moore is the biological father. Ms. Scott reluctantly says they'll make efforts to build a relationship for Alianna's sake. The envelope appears. Cue the drum roll. Everyone's bracing for impact.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Moore versus Scott, when it comes to 4-year-old Alianna,
Here it is, the moment we've all been waiting for. Judge Lauren reads the results.
Mr. Moore, you are the father.
Imagine showing up to paternity court with $43,000 in child support debt and announcing you're here to prove you're not the dad because you think the real father is your own brother. That's Mr. Daniel Vogel's mission today. Ms. Donna Vogel says he's just money motivated, while William, their son, wants answers after decades of confusion. Judge Lauren sets the stakes and Daniel points the finger at his brother David. Drama overload already.
Mr. Vogel, you currently owe $43,000 in child support for the defendant's son, who you say is not yours, and you claim to know who his father is.
That's right.
Once today's result.
Daniel kicks in hot. She had sex with my brother in my car. Donna corrects him in the most jaw-dropping way. No, under a bridge. He's a bridge baby. I mean, who labels their child like that on national TV? Even Judge Lauren's eyebrows shoot up. And yes, Donna admits she was intimate with David. Things got rocky, like cliff edge rocky.
Just take me back.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but there was no sex in the car. It was under a bridge. My son is a bridge baby. I don't know where he got that, but...
We get the timeline. William was born during Donna and Daniel's marriage, so Daniel's the presumed father. But Daniel says he suspected a family member from the jump, specifically David. He starts piecing dates together, and the car versus bridge storyline morphs into it was February 19th. Folks, the calendar is about to be Exhibit A in this family saga.
Do you believe William is your child during that time? Do you know about this sex with your brother?
I had a thought that it was somebody in my family, and I figured it was probably my brother.
Donna explains why she fell for David. He treated her better and was that smooth he talked her right out her bridges. Yes, she said bridges again. William steps in to add context. David has a slick, snake-like tongue. The man could sell water to a fish. You can feel William trying to make sense of a lifetime of mixed messages.
Was that smooth that he just talked me right out of my britches. Literally. And
Can I interject for a moment? You'd have to actually get a better understanding of his brother, David.
William reveals the childhood whiplash. At age 5, he believed David was his dad, then was told Uncle Daniel might actually be dad. Head trips on head trips. Judge Lauren turns to Daniel. Is he the one paying child support? Daniel says yes, and he brought receipts. He's been paying for decades.
Kind of come to me when I was 5 and gave me a better understanding that my Uncle Daniel might have been my father. And then she basically told me that he was my father.
And there it is, roughly $43,000. 2 states taking taxes, garnishments, the works. Daniel says it strained his home and his other kids' lives. Judge Lauren delivers a legal reality check. In many states, when a child's born during a marriage, the husband is presumed father, and courts consider the best interests of the child. You could cut the tension with a knife.
It's not here
So
anyway.
over $43,000 owed on children you don't know are really your biological.
Right.
William, you don't know. And truthfully, William grew up.
Judge Lauren zeroes in on what matters. William's stability. William shares how he never had a secure foundation. He wanted to know his real dad and tried to build that bond. You can hear the exhaustion in his voice. Decades of father-uncle musical chairs will do that to a person. Heartbreaking stuff.
It's like changing by the decade.
Yeah.
One decade he has one father. The next decade that father is his uncle, and then the uncle is the father.
The identity math gets wild. Either way, my uncle is my father, William quips, trying to find humor in the chaos. Daniel admits he's beaten himself up for years over timelines. Judge Lauren says, walk me through the dates. And Daniel drops a big one. February 19th, 1984, the day Donna says she was with David.
Supposed biological.
I never got to see my kid.
And he got to see me once in a while. It wasn't very often. Majority of the time living with David, I had actually been moved around from state to state. We really didn't stay in one place for a very long period of time.
Judge Lauren presses, was that his birthday? Donna, yes, Your Honor. Who? Then we learn Daniel and Donna didn't resume intimacy until around March 7th when they were together in Kentucky. Husband and wife time, as Judge Lauren calls it. So February 19th is the infamous Bridge Day.
Have you ever tried to figure out a timeline to piece this together? Because the truth is, if she was still married to you...
They confirm William's birth date, November 17th, and that Daniel was away around the February date. Donna admits the affair started when Daniel was gone. William's voice cracks as he mentions he has young kids of his own now. What is he supposed to tell them? This isn't just TV drama, it's generational fallout.
So that's William born.
Well, Your Honor, what really made the difference is I was gone and I came home on the 27th February when we were set to move down to Kentucky.
William insists he resembles David, body structure and all. He's done the Google deep dive on genetics like any of us would. Judge Lauren turns to Donna. Has anything ever given her certainty? Donna says she just doesn't know. And then, an unexpected wave of grace. Daniel thanks Donna and forgives her. You can feel the room breathe.
This is a lot.
And the main purpose and reason why I'm here is for my children. I've got a 4-year-old, 2 3-year-olds, 18-month-old. I mean, what am I going to tell them?
I just need this taken care of.
Judge Lauren affirms the power of that forgiveness and reflects on consequences. When you try to fix a hurt by jumping under a new relationship, you create problems you never intended. Then she pivots. Enough pain. This courtroom exists to deliver answers. Everyone braces.
I mean,
we see that a lot.
Genetics, I mean, I do look a lot like my mom, but I look more like David than anybody. So, I mean, that's where my questions lie.
Mom, Ms. Vogel.
Thank goodness this courtroom exists, Judge Lauren says. They have the results. Donna is visibly emotional. Judge Lauren pauses to let mother and son speak. Donna apologizes. William reassures her, I'm gonna love you either way. Can someone pass the tissues, please?
I can see it too.
the sincerity of it.
Yes, she's very sincere about it.
Because what she got to see, and I often talk about this to young women in this courtroom.
Here we go. Judge Lauren opens the envelope. The entire courtroom is holding its breath. Daniel's hands clasped, William's eyes locked on the bench, Donna bracing for impact. Cue the drum roll.
And how they've affected others. So with that said, thank goodness this courtroom exists because we have the answers for you today.
Yes.
In the case of Vogel versus Vogel, Mr. Daniel Vogel, Daniel looks stunned, then relieved. Decades of doubt finally snap into place. William exhales, the weight lifting in real time. Donna looks shattered and grateful all at once. A family wreck, finally getting a roadmap.
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Daniel Vogel, you are his father.
Imagine finding out at a family reunion that your whole life might be a lie. That's exactly what happens to Ms. Sams, who asks Paternity Court to order a DNA test because the man on her birth certificate, Mr. Dorris, might not be her biological father. The stakes, her identity, her family history, and years of confusion. Drama overload, folks. Let's roll into it.
Ms. Sams, you're here today requesting that this court grant you a paternity test to prove that the defendant, Mr. Dorris, the man who is on your birth certificate.
At the reunion, her uncle casually asks how her dad's doing since he got out of prison. What? She'd never heard that in her life. When she brings the other man's name to Mr. Dorris, he shuts it down fast. Never say that name again. You can feel the chill in the room. I mean, just look at that reaction.
I was speaking with my uncles, and my uncle said to me, "How's your daddy doing since he got out of prison?" So I said, "What do you mean? My dad's never been in prison."
Then the science gets shady. During pregnancy, Ms. Sams and her sister compare lab work, and the numbers hint they might not share the same father. When she asks her mom, Mom literally laughs it off. Things were crazy back then. Classic deflection, and it only makes the doubt worse.
We were making comments back and forth to my mom because of blood work that had happened. Our lab work was done about the same time, and there were factors in one of our pregnancies that be if we had the same mother and father.
Heartbreaker time. Before she passed, Ms. Sams's mother told her, "You need to be tested." A dying wish to seek the truth? That'll shake anyone to the core. You could cut the tension with a knife as the courtroom takes that in.
Wanted you to be ensured that I am your dad.
Mr. Dorris, you've had no doubt all this time. You firmly believe you are Miss Sam's biological father.
Mr. Dorris tries to anchor everything in love and memory, says he was there for her first breath, signed the birth certificate, brought the father-daughter photos. He's tearing up. She's steady but determined. She says, "I need this for me." Talk about messy and human.
No doubt in my mind.
And you get very emotional when Miss Sams begins to talk about her doubt.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm entitled to my feelings as well.
Judge Lauren asks about the relationship timeline. Dorris says they met at a bar, clicked, and married within months. He also claims she wasn't pregnant and wasn't with anyone else. Ms. Sams isn't buying it. Her eyebrows say, "Sir, really?" The vibe, awkward with a capital A.
I met her at a bar, and we just clicked right off the bat. I mean, we were together like 3 months, and we ended up getting married.
Really?
Yes, she was not pregnant when I met her.
Now the date debacle. Dorris insists they married in 1977. Ms. Sams pulls receipts. Marriage was June 1979, and her mom wasn't even divorced from her previous husband until April 1979. Whew, things got rocky quickly. You can see why she's suspicious.
You know when you married my mom?
I think it was October 77.
No, you did not. You married my mom June of 1979 in Oklahoma.
He admits his memory isn't great, which, yikes, doesn't help his case. She's like, "If you can't remember the year you married my mother, how can you be so sure about everything else?" Even Judge Lauren looks concerned as the doubt snowballs.
Do not hear what you said about when you were married to my mom, and I'm telling you when you were married, but I am not incorrect about these dates. This is harbored in my heart.
Judge Lauren steps in. Married or not, conception could have happened either way. But Ms. Sams lays out even more context, why her mother might have kept the other man away due to legal trouble back in 1978. The layers here keep piling up.
They still could have conceived you, of course.
I absolutely understand
And he's
that.
just presented your birth certificate, which means he was present when you were born.
Your Honor, I honestly believe there was good reason for that.
Now the emotional dam breaks. Ms. Sams calls her life the biggest confusing mess. Multiple siblings, 7 marriages, years of questions. She just wants one thing answered for her children and herself. Can someone pass the tissues, please?
Several siblings, it's just crazy to me. My whole life is just a crazy mess. And I need one thing answered for my children and for myself.
And then, health stakes. She reveals a diagnosis, mixed connective tissue disease, and needs accurate family medical history. Judge asks if it runs in Dorris's family. He says no. And Ms. Sams adds she found proof her mother amended a birth certificate in 1980. Suspicion level, sky high.
After my mom died, things got really, really, really interesting because I went to clean out her home and do what I needed to do. And I found a document that in 1980, my mother amended a birth certificate.
Judge Lauren orders immediate DNA testing and adjourns. When we return, Ms. Sams admits she's a basket of emotions, scared, nervous, hopeful. Dorris says he still believes with his whole heart that she's his daughter. Cue the drum roll.
I'm not her dad, and when I know deep in my heart I am.
We're back in session in the case of Sams versus Dorris. Both parties have submitted to the DNA testing that was ordered, and I have the results for you.
Here it is, the moment we've all been bracing for. Judge Lauren opens the envelope and the whole room freezes. In a gut punch reveal, she announces,
Mr. Dorris, you are not her father.
Immediate fallout. Apologies and tears flood in. Ms. Sams is trembling. Dorris looks shattered, yet still holds a cherished photo to his chest. It's raw, painful, and human, all at once. Judge Lauren speaks gently about truth being a catalyst for a new beginning. Heartbreaking stuff.
I knew. I'm so sorry.
I know this was not the news you wanted.
You know it's about to get spicy when both grandmothers show up ready to debate biology. Ms. Johnson swears Mr. Taylor is the father of 2-year-old Jaden and says she's got medical evidence. Mr. Taylor and his mom, they're done, convinced Jaden isn't his. Judge Lauren sets the stage and the tension is already humming. Who's ready for receipts, recordings, and a whole lot of side-eye?
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. Johnson, you and your mother say even though the father of your 2-year-old son, Jaden Taylor, is a deadbeat dad.
Ms. Johnson tells the court everything blew up just out of the blue. Jaden was at Mr. Taylor's house for 5 days when Mr. Taylor suddenly messaged her, "Come get your son. I'm not keeping him until I get a blood test." I mean, that escalated quickly. Look at Ms. Johnson's face. Confusion, frustration, the whole cocktail.
My son was over his house. He was only over there 5 days and he texted me like, "You need to get your son and I'm not getting him until I get a blood test." Like,
Judge Lauren reads the actual Facebook message aloud. "Get your son. I'm not getting him till I get a blood test." The gallery gasps like we're all reading it for the first time. And yes, it's on Facebook. Because nothing says co-parenting like receipts in the DMs. Drama overload.
Oh, on Facebook. All right. It says, "Hey, get your son. I'm not getting him till I get a blood test. Somebody told me what you said, so I don't want him."
Mr. Taylor explains why he sent that message. A girl showed up outside his place saying Ms. Johnson told someone Jaden isn't his. He had Jaden in the house, thought everything was fine, then boom, rumor bomb, you can feel his whiplash. "Somebody told me what you said" turns this co-parenting into crisis mode.
Actually, a week ago, me and my son was in the house playing around. I was told someone was outside for me. I went outside. A girl told me she had something to tell me about my baby mother.
Then Mr. Taylor ups the ante. He's got a recording. Jerome plays the voicemail, and it's brutal. "That's not your baby. Take him off completely." Whew. You could cut the tension with a knife. The room goes silent except for that audio. Talk about messy.
"That's not your baby. That's not your baby. You right. That's not your baby. Somebody else the daddy. Somebody else's daddy. Take him up off of your. That's what you could do. Take him all the way completely off of your. Period."
Ms. Johnson admits it's her voice, but says it came after he told her to come get Jaden. Pure anger talk. Even Mr. Taylor's mother argues she was just lashing out. Judge Lauren still pins her down. "You said, you right, it's not your baby." The reactions? Priceless. I mean, just look at that reaction.
Ms. Johnson, is that you?
yes. It is me.
This is you telling him it's not his child.
Yes, this is after he messaged me that.
And then the moms start cooking. Receipts, responsibilities, who answers the phone, everyone's got a story. Mr. Taylor's side claims they take care of Jaden for free and don't need receipts. Ms. Johnson's side fires back. Where's the proof? Voices overlap, hands fly. Drama at its finest, folks.
So wait a minute.
He don't have to have receipts. She know we do for
No,
him.
for free. Now you don't do nothing.
It don't,
What
if
do you
it's
do,
free,
Yolanda?
It
I
doesn't
buy
even
him
be at
stuff.
home.
Ms. Johnson drops a bomb of her own. Jaden had pneumonia, and they wouldn't even answer the phone. That's where the heartbreak comes in. She looks crushed. Meanwhile, Mr. Taylor's mother insists Ms. Johnson leaves Jaden and doesn't come back promptly. This custody tug-of-war is exhausting to watch.
So you're saying Miss Johnson leaves Jaden there and doesn't come back and pick him up?
Don't come back and get him.
We jump to the birth. Judge Lauren asks if the whole family was there. Yes, everyone showed up because Mr. Taylor truly believed this was his biological child. But when asked if he told his mother about the "not your baby" rumor, he shrugs it off with, "She be too busy." Oof. Did he just throw mom under the bus on national TV?
Was the whole family there,
Whole family.
Mr.
I had to-
Taylor?
I had to
Ms.
put them
Taylor?
out.
Were you all
Slew of 'em,
anticipating
Yana.
the birth of
A
this baby
slew.
because you truly thought it was your biological child?
Now it's, do you have proof you asked for a DNA test? Mr. Taylor says yes. The court sent a paper and he messaged Ms. Johnson to come in. He's calm, almost robotic here, like he's done explaining himself. The subtext? He wants official answers, not more back and forth.
You asked for a DNA test. Tell me the story. How did that happen?
Actually, the court sent in a paper saying I had to go take a DNA test.
Enter the medical angle. Judge Lauren brings in testimony about heart murmurs, and the expert states clearly, heart murmurs are generally not genetically linked. You can see the room recalibrate. That medical evidence Ms. Johnson teased? Not the slam dunk she hoped? Can anyone else feel the tension rising again?
There is not a genetic link with heart murmurs. The majority of heart murmurs are innocent heart murmurs, meaning they're just changes in flow. They come on with either a newborn right at birth, or they have, in an adult, they have something to do with pregnancy or things like that.
After that, the personal history spills out. Ms. Johnson talks about running away from home, Mr. Taylor swears they didn't have sex that day, and she fires back with dates and conception windows. It's messy, it's raw, and both grandmothers are reacting like they're courtside at the finals.
Miss Johnson, after hearing that testimony, are your feelings still the same? Is it the same belief?
He knows that I ran away from my mom's house.
Then Judge Lauren asks about Ms. Johnson running to his house. Both moms weigh in. One says she found her at his place, the other defends her daughter. This is why I call it grandmother's duel. Their faces say everything: protectiveness, frustration, and fierce love for Jaden.
She actually ran away, but whenever I found her, she was over this house. See, Yolanda's never at home, so she didn't know who's in her house. So whenever I would come by and see Deja, I always knew where she was.
Cue the drum roll. Judge Lauren opens the envelope. Mr. Taylor, she pauses. Classic paternity court suspense. And then it lands like thunder.
Mr. Taylor, you are the father.
Judge Lauren immediately clamps down on the aftershock. Stop the nonsense, step up, and give this child the best of both of you. It's the final emotional gut check. Accountability over excuses. I mean, just look at those faces. Tears, nods, deep breaths. That's the moment this family turns the page.
Don't start that nonsense.
Can I go to...
When I gave you a chance to say something, you ain't had nothing to say. Now I read the result, you gonna pop off.